Fan Frenzy's where we're at. That's right, Fan Frenzy, the pod where you take control of the conversation. Managed to get both boys on the hop there. I'm going to start off with Simon Blackburn tonight. Race ranking of 7 out of 10. Race gave us a knife-edge vibe throughout with strategies, and then the surprise event with a slow safety car at the end. Here, what a disappointing finish to cross the line with a safety car, but it is what it is. It's better than inventing rules to finish a race, I guess, and deciding championships. Dud. Someone needs to bring in better measures to prevent animals on track. Rip the groundhog. It is a common thing, isn't it? There seems to be a lot of them there, but yeah, you'd think that they would. I guess if they plugged all the holes, they wouldn't be able to drain the track. So,
do you think they could do what you're currently doing and setting up some security cameras to check where?
Oh man, I've got some road emissions, haven't I?
Well, I'm just saying.
Issues, this is true.
You're experiencing this issue currently.
Well, they've got like the ultimate CCTV cameras around that track, haven't they?
Don't they? Where do we get Komodo dragons? Where's that? Where do we used to get that? When we used to massive.
No,
Singapore.
Singapore and Malaysia.
It was when we when we had those really early sessions.
Yeah, there's been some good ones. Yeah. We haven't had we had a kangaroo.
What animal would you
like? Bathurst, you get the kangaroos.
What animal would you like to see scuttling across the track next? That's a good opening question.
Scuttled or
I was just trying to think of what animals do in most.
Yeah. Okay. It'd be unusual to see a panda on the track. Japan.
I mean, China.
Yeah, that'd be. Yeah, China. Yeah.
What's that? Oh, yeah, these two. I was reading that. Oh no, it's like what was the Chinese pasta? Yeah. Oh, for a man with actually quite good geography and knowledge, I do make a blunder on here quite often. Yeah, that's true.
I'd be worried if I saw it.
No, they're not going to be in China. Because it's at Japan, because they get out of the zoo, which is next door to the track, you dills.
I was going to say, if they go from China to Japan, they've gone more than the width of the track.
We're going racing at Murray Bridge, and I'm going to
What animal are you going to... I hope you don't run into any pandas, mate.
No, well, I'm going to meet my family in Adelaide afterwards, drop Shane off and meet my family, just so we can go and see the pandas in Adelaide.
I've seen them in China, so I might...
Yeah. Are they in China? I thought they were in Japan.
Shanghai Zoo. Shanghai Zoo.
Oh, man.
Hero. So let's get back to Simon. Sorry, Simon. Hero, Lando for giving us a long-awaited McLaren side-by-side. More of this, please. Yeah, minus crashes. Absolutely. It was scintillating to watch, wasn't it? Votes 3 to Antonelli, 2 to Sainz, scrambling for a point. And 1 to Hulkenberg. I hope he gets his first podium soon, somehow. Maybe when they when the new team kick in.
Yeah, when they become an Audi.
Question with rumours of Leclerc looking elsewhere. Can you see him actually jumping ship if Ferrari continue to struggle? Make bad strategy calls. Can you see... I didn't know there was rumours of Leclerc on the move.
There was lots of talk because Fred came out at the start of the week too, and there'd been a lot of news in the Italian media of just pinpointing individual people within the organisation.
Apparently it's too many organisations, and in particular, 2 reporters in particular trying to dethrone Fred.
Yep.
And he's seen through it. And I think he's seen them off pretty well.
Yep.
I believe maybe there might be some work going into dethroning the president of Ferrari.
I don't know, because there was talks that Horner was going to take over as well.
Yes, and Horner didn't really shut it down. But can I see Leclerc going anywhere else?
Never say never.
Yeah, that's true.
Never say never.
Maybe he's going to head Cadillac.
Could do.
He's been a Ferrari boy for
if Audi are any good, but it's done nothing, hasn't it? If Audi are any good, you could expect him to disappear into there. I mean, Aston Martin are going to need a headline act at some stage. If it's not Max, maybe it could be Leclerc.
They've got a headline act. Stroll, he headlines for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah, well, that's true. Who's next?
I'll go next. I'll go with Nats. Race ranking 6 out of 10. Don't know if it was the fact that Oscar wasn't on the podium or that I was just cooking dinner while watching it. That's an unusual time to be cooking dinner at 4 o'clock in the morning.
No, well, she might have been watching live.
That's fair. I watch live. That's a good point. But it just didn't have the excitement factor for me. I agree with you, Nat. I didn't think it was much. Kimi, great quality, great start. First trip to the podium in Formula 1. 2 to Hulk. Sure knows how to drive a donkey-powered tractor faster than he's entitled to go. And 1 to George for a pretty dominant weekend. Honourable mention, Fernando, finding some mid-season form. Hero of the hour, just going a little bit sideways of F1. Robert Kubica winning the 24-hour Le Mans. Total feel-good story of motor racing in general. Yes, couldn't agree more with you there, Nat.
Winning in the top category.
Yep.
Hypercar.
Outright.
Good on him.
Outright winner. So well done. Yes, absolutely. Great call
In
there,
a customer car.
Yep. Dud of the day, 3 to Lando. Come on, dude, you are better than that. Yes, we want a McLaren battle, but an intelligent one. She's got 3-2-1 for Duds. 2 to
Yes,
Stroll.
I like this.
This is real commitment to
I
our
like
man
this.
frenzy. 2 to Stroll for recovering enough to drive and finish last. And Wanda Rosberg and Danica, please make it stop. Question.
She's on fire.
She is up and about this week, Nat. Well done to you. Question. You are creating a new Formula One team. What is your choice for? Okay, there's a lot there, so I'm going to read it. Let's go one at a time.
Okay.
As well. All right, so drivers.
Oscar and Max.
I'm going to say Max and Charles.
I'm going to say Oscar and Charles.
Okay,
Ooh.
who is your reserve driver?
Jack Doohan.
Yes, I'll agree with you there.
I'm going to go... Now I've had a blank. No. Dragovic.
Okay, engine
I think I made a bad choice.
engine manufacturer.
I should have gone Bottas. You need someone who can develop a car. Engine manufacturer. I'm going to go with Mercedes. I'm backing the Mercedes into this new era.
Yes, me too, Mercedes.
Yeah, Mercedes.
Your team principal.
Oh, Fred. Fred Vasseur.
I'm going to have Toto.
Yeah, I'm Toto.
Your CEO.
Oh, that's deep.
Zach Brown.
I'm going to say Zach because I can't think of another one off the top of my head, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm...
Yeah.
And your main livery
Oh,
colours.
well, good. I like that. What a great question.
It's a
I'll tell you,
fantastic question.
Best fan frenzy.
Yeah, you're my fan
Of
of
the
the
year.
You're my fan of the week, Nat.
Yeah, I reckon leading the year.
Yeah. What's your main livery colours?
Cherry red.
Yep.
And what's Torpeco's blue?
Yeah, blue.
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 Yeah, like a metallic blue.
blue.
What would you call that,
It's
Tristan?
like dark
Metallic
blue.
blue.
Like a dark blue, yeah.
It would be like a cerulean blue, possibly,
Okay, yep.
when you're looking at that.
Yep.
Yep. I am going to go with... I'm going to go with like cyan and like fluorescent pink. Very similar to the Alpine, because when I play video games and I generally make my own team, the two colours I go to.
Okay.
Because I like the magenta and the cyan
Cyan.
combination, like real
is that
fluorescent, like real in-your-face pink.
Cyan?
Sorry, that's a blue. Sorry, magenta should be.
Yeah, it's the cyan. Is that the light blue?
It's like that real
Yep.
light sort of. I'm trying to look around the studio. What's something resemblance? Probably that
Yep,
boxish
yep,
down there,
okay.
and then like that over there.
Yeah, right.
Purple.
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 We
Oh,
don't have a
okay.
purple car.
Have we ever had a
That's
purple
good.
car?
No,
No, we
the
don't.
Red
We've had a bit of
Bull-
purple on the
Red
There was a
Bull,
red, yeah.
Infinity Red Bull.
Yeah.
So we
Great
nice
question.
work, great question. Nat, fan of the week for me.
Okay, well, I'm going page. Race rankings, you can see what I'm doing here.
Mm-hmm.
Race rankings, 6 out of 10. Some moments that were spicy, but overall it was pretty uneventful. 3 to George, the beautiful man, Russell, proving to Max you don't need to sacrifice points on your licence to win a corner. 2 to Kimi Antonelli, amazing job fighting off Piastri for a well-deserved podium. And 1 to Hulkenberg, continuing to defy the odds and somehow getting points in his rubbish car and getting into the consistent points. Dad of the day, Brittany Rosberg and Danica Patrick as commentators together is as pleasant as nails on a chalkboard. Their interactions are always painfully awkward, and whoever decided it was a good idea to have them in the same room together is the biggest dud of them all. Okay, question. Which of you hosts is the one who is most likely be the one to crash into their teammates?
Oh,
Yeah, I'd probably back myself into that.
Definitely.
Yeah, I don't know. Shane might.
I could see you doing it. You would be my number one pick. If I was racing and then someone crashes into me, my first thought is, that was
I'm
right.
taking him out.
It would be deliberate.
Oh, of
If
course
was
it would
you.
be.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
god.
Lando didn't do it deliberately.
You know how Lando came out, he's like, I'm really sorry. Like, that's not my fault. You would come out in a presser and be like, I wish I had hit him harder.
Yeah, I could, that's exactly how I'd take it. And he shouldn't have been there.
I would
Yeah.
be, if I was going a lap down, I'd do, bang, take it out then.
Would you?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, you dirtbag. I like it. I like it a lot. Vincent Matthew. Welcome, Vincent. Have we had Vincent before, or has it just been a while?
I thought you were going to say, where did you come from?
Race ranking of 5. Canada's produced some all-time great races, but this wasn't one of them. 3 points to Antonelli. Hung on for a podium after first lap, although Oscar didn't fight that hard to finish first. First, you have to finish. 2 points to Hulkenberg. Taking the Sauber up the ladder, and 1 to Alonso, still driving the wheels off that Aston. Not still, but he is again, which is great. Grabbing points while Stroll finishes. Oh yeah, last again. Dud of the day, hard to only pick one. We'll divide it between Lando and Nico. Lando wasted valuable points, making the championship gap to Oscar larger. Fine by me, with smiley faces. Rosberg should stick to commentating for the Finnish broadcast, so that way I don't have to listen to this insane dribble. Just because you're a world champion doesn't mean you can commentate. He ain't no Keith Sutcliffe.
Ken Sutcliffe.
Oh, sorry, Ken. Sorry, Ken Sutcliffe. Leave Danica out too. Question, with all the speculation around Max walking away from RB, who replaces him at Red Bull? I can't see it happening personally, as he has nowhere to go, but stick Bottas in there. Thoughts, if Max was to disappear, who's going in there?
I think you'd have to go and get one of the available top runners. Like, you'd have to go and get George. Or you'd have to go you couldn't grab a Hadjar and put him in. Or
I'm going Lando. Lando's going to want to get out because he's getting his butt kicked.
Oh, it's not a bad call. Not a bad call. I wonder, Max would have to go to Aston Martin to not unseat a top driver.
Yep.
So you could almost see it being a straight swap.
Rumours also of Fernando going back to Alpine in the last 24 hours or so.
Okay, interesting.
Maybe Flav's.
Interesting. Well, I wonder.
Flav's doing his thing.
I sort of wonder whether that's more. Alonso knows that he's on the way out.
Maybe
he's been kicked out, so he's setting up his next drive. He's very good.
He's good at that.
At
Flav's
knowing
manager,
when to move, just not where to move.
You're right.
Unfortunately, but yeah. So no, he surprises us sometimes. So there might be word that he knows someone's coming in, taking his seat, so he's organising.
Yep.
Have we got any more, Tristan?
Yes, we've got Sam's.
Sam. Hello, Sam.
Hello, Sam.
We miss Sam.
I'm alright with it at the moment. I've read Sam's like this last 3 weeks, haven't I? So I feel like I'm getting better at reading.
At the Sam read.
I am. It's my thing. Like it's my, wet weather racing type sort of thing. Race ranking from Sam. The first 50 laps is a mere 3 out of 10. The last 20 laps or so picked up to be a 7 out of 10, thanks to drivers finally using their saved tyre life. 3 points to Antonelli, good start and sticks his first podium. 2 points to Hulk Drags and Neon Green Tractor up to more points, and 1 point for Fernando. Good to see the best of F1.5 runners. Or someone's working that out on the side. Dud of the day, Tyre Simulator 2025, when you have drivers questioning plans, such as Leclerc and Piastri, be told how to drive. Alonso, I'm not here to test. Or both Albon, it makes for some awkward and dull watching. Hero of the hour, again with the Kubica comment, winning the 24-hour Le Mans with Ferrari. And the question, Alpine and Aston Martin have reached their 100th race, with Alpine in particular having their 100 race plan to be world champions now locked away. What has gone right and what has gone wrong for both the green and the pink? It's actually a really good question, Sam. All right, well, let's go.
You sound surprised.
No, well, sometimes they're a little bit, like they're
a little bit out there. Oh,
like
no, that's a good question.
Lord of the Rings trilogies, but that's
all right.
Nice
Let's
one. Let's finish on a positive. What's gone wrong for Aston first?
They've kept Stroll.
Their inability to produce a decent driver lineup.
Okay, yep.
They've gone to retired has-beens to support their spoilt rich kid.
Yep. I think their development skills have gone wrong because they had a couple of years ago a very good chassis and they have gone backwards.
They haven't gone forwards in a season yet.
No forward gains in a season. So for me, that's their big thing.
There was one season with Seb where they were really bad at the start, and in the end he had a couple of those really good drives. He got second and he got
more often or not we've gone backwards.
Second and third, but that's when you brought in Alonso.
Yeah.
So Alonso, they had that great chassis. And then they've gone backwards.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
All right, what's gone wrong for Alpine?
Where do you start?
I'm going to go with just your ability to keep people in your organisation is what is not working.
Too much turnover.
There is obviously a culture that is not
And they're owned by Renault, and they're partly
Yeah.
owned by
Well,
Renault.
No, they are.
Renault,
It is Renault.
yeah,
Renault,
they don't know if they're
Renault,
coming or
Ryan
going
Reynolds,
some
yeah.
weeks if they're in or out. All right, so that's
Yeah,
what's going on.
disconnect between top management at one of the world's biggest companies and their racing team. It's just that they're not rowing in the same direction.
No.
Yep.
All right, what's gone right for Aston? What's some real
they are-
sound effects going tonight?
There's some nice cars or motorbikes out there, isn't there? They are building some serious infrastructure and
Yes,
people. And
yes.
so they're building for the 2026. Now, how that ends up looking, we'll wait and see. But they've got some serious people in there.
Yep.
And they've got some serious infrastructure in place. And they've done it all very methodically, making sure it's all set out, ready to go. I fear like there's talk that they're slightly too late for the 2026, that it might actually be a year later. But yeah, I think they're building a good thing. I'm impressed by their continued build too.
Yeah, I like that. I think for me what's gone right is the early days podiums for that real belief in what you're doing. That yes, this is like, think about what it would be like to go so many years, like Haas for example, with no trophies, and to sort of start questioning, God, how much longer we need to do this for? Like we'd love to achieve something. So I think to have that really
Also in the
good
years
run,
when they were taking part from people, wasn't it?
just that really good early run, just to show those people who are going to be your long-term people that, we can do this because we've done it in the past. So I think for them, that's the big tick, is the silverware that they have. What do you think, Shane?
I love the green.
Yeah,
I love the livery.
That's a great call. It is a beautiful car, and it's so good having it on the grid.
Yep,
isn't
absolutely. So it's one of those ones like your Ferrari. You love it in your red. You love your just plain green.
I always ask this question of people: which other manufacturer would you like to bring to Formula One? Mine's always Porsche. I'd just like to see Porsche involved. Yeah.
And I'm sick of the false stuff that gets on Facebook where you still get the picture of the Porsche mock-up car and they're coming in 2026. They're not coming as much as we'd love it.
Yeah, no, there's too many conflicts now.
What's gone right for Alpine?
What's gone right for Alpine? I think the signing of Gasly is the thing that's gone right, because he's the one that has been able to show possible potential and pathway forward.
Well, you could
This
argue.
is the most sensible I've heard you speak for.
This
a long
is the
time.
most
It's
sensible
done very well.
conversation
It's a good
that
question,
But
Sam.
you could
fantastic
argue.
question.
You could argue you'd pick up a Gasly was only because they stuffed up with Piastri.
But then,
and Alonso.
But then where would they be without Gasly right now? Because
It's interesting that their inability to retain people.
Yep.
But their positive has the celebrity part ownership conglomerate been successful at all for them to make them a something team?
Probably not right now. No.
I can't. I am struggling to think of a positive for them in the last 100 races, which was their time to shine.
It's really
Ocon had his win.
Yeah. It's really that financial security, isn't it? When you've got that uncertainty of Renault on what they're doing every season, to know that you've got that security blanket at the back in those people and those organisations, that's probably...
They've had some great people.
Yeah.
I
think
team.
it's probably more that it's the security blanket rather than the faces, the names and the faces.
Yeah, see, I feel like they're going to jump out at any time. There is talk of them selling to... who was it? I was reading it somewhere the other day, but there is a little bit of talk that they could be the team that could be purchased. All the teams are waiting for the peak to be hit. And
they're buying it.
Yeah, well, teams are waiting to sell. Well, not waiting to sell, but no one's selling at the moment because the teams keep on going up in value. And I think this F1 move is going to continue to skyrocket it, but they're going to wait for that peak to hit, and then there might be some teams that will be willing to sell to some people that want to get involved. So, I honestly, I really struggle to think of some positives for Alpine at the moment. They've just been a team that is just, has not performed at all.
What about Lamborghini coming in? Imagine...
No, they had their stint in the
they had their stints
car
in
as well, and that's disappeared.
So they had their stint back in the 90s where they had Lamborghini
That's right, because
engines.
Ron Dennis has the only Lambo McLaren, doesn't he?
that
Which was part of his
Who are they
team.
owned by? Lamborghini. Which company do they come under? So the problem is that Porsche and Audi are under the same banner. Yeah, so same team, the same owners. So it's an interesting one. Good question.
Good
Sam.
question. That should be a really key indicator for you, Sam. That a short question
Is a good question.
It's a good question. Short
I
question.
liked it a lot.
Not here for
Some good questions.
for a good time.
Between
not a
Nat
long
and
time.
Sam, nailed it. Very good. Thank you very much, everyone, for their wonderful questions. Keep an eye out because we'll be back after Austria. Goodbye now.